Hello everybody, Cooper here and welcome back to another episode of the Mosswood Academy here on Cricket Captain 2023. We are inching closer and closer to the World Cup. We've got the World Cup at the end of this season, but in between now and then we've got a few things that we need to do. First and foremost is this England series at home, and then we've got some one days and T20s, and then we have the World Cup, which we'll be very much looking forward to. We have not won the 50 over World Cup in this year's game. It's a long group stage. Goes for just over a month, and we're very much looking forward to participating in that. But that will be next episode that we'll be covering the World Cup. But today, we will be going over the results of the New Zealand Test series that we participated in recently, and we did very well. We were very, very good. We played our games, and we won them fairly comfortably. The first test, we won by an innings and 135 runs, with 3 Centurions, including Mr. Fletcher. Brooke Fletcher on Test debut made 101 not out, 116 balls, 13 fours, 2 sixes, did a really good job. Kurtzen and Wellington also made hundreds. Kurtzen with the nice 135, he was the top scorer. And then Wellington got a nice 124 as well. Ferguson also got a half century. De Villiers unfortunately was run out for 22. Lawrence, not his best innings, 7 off 10. And then Zanderson down the back end of the order made 52 not out in another good little innings for him. Really extended the total to 500 plus, which was fantastic. And then in their innings, we bowled very, very well, actually. All out for 169, New Zealand were, with Joseph on debut picking up 4 for 42. He has had a phenomenal start to his career. He might be the best bowler. I'm not prepared to say the best bowler I have ever used, but he is one of the best bowlers I've ever used, and we're only a handful. We're in his first season, and he has been incredible. We'll go over his statistics in a minute, because we've played some stuff, some domestic stuff, where he has been absolutely crazy. Haynes also picked up 3 for 49. Zanderson and Okori picked up 3 wickets between them. And then they really shut up shop towards the back end of this second innings. 245 all out. After 128 overs. Joseph ended up bowling 38 overs, 359 going at 1.5 runs per over, including 12 maidens. Lawrence was also very good, 44 overs, 2 for 83. But Zanderson was the best of the bowlers, picked up 4 for 40 from his 19 overs, was very, very good. And that brought us to the second test, where we won by 380 runs. And we batted first once again. De Villiers got a nice 100, run a ball 135, as we were all out for 464 from our 100 overs. Wellington got 88 in another half century for him. But apart from that, Kurtzen and Ferguson also got half centuries, I should say. But apart from those guys, it was just a solid batting performance across the board. And then for New Zealand, we kept them to 178 from 62 overs. Joseph, 2 for 29 from 17 overs. Haynes was really, really good, got 4 for 38 from his 11 overs. Corey picked up 2. Zanderson and Lawrence got 1 each in what was a really, really good bowling performance. And then we did it again in... Hang on. Yes, we did. Sorry. We did it again in the second innings. I was a little bit confused for a second because I thought we made them follow on. But we didn't make them follow on. I decided to bat again just to get a few extra runs. Wellington got a nice 100. Lawrence got some runs on the board in this innings. The top order really didn't do much. It was really the middle order. There was this really good partnership for the 5th wicket between Wellington and Lawrence. And then Fletcher contributed with 4 runs at the end there. As we declared with plenty of runs on the board. And then we bowled 80 overs. They were 183 all out. Lawrence picked up 5 wickets. Joseph picked up 2 for 53. And Okori picked up 3 for 36 in a test series that really wasn't all that close. We then go to the one-day international series, where we played, obviously, New Zealand still. We won the first one-day international by 5 wickets. We kept them to 245 all out. Joseph was really good with his almost 10 overs, got 2 for 26. Haynes was a bit expensive. Gibson Flair picked up 4 for 43. He's really become a white ball specialist so far in his career. We'll go over his stats in a minute. Corey picked up 2 for 62, and Lawrence was pretty good as well. Got his 1 for 41, bowled 2 maidens, and was very tidy. We then obviously chased it down with 5 wickets remaining. Dante Daniels and Brooke Fletcher chased down the remaining runs in a very comfortable run chase. Graham Smith Jr. came out of the lineup this time around. We moved Lawrence up to 4. Wellington, he stayed at 5. Dante Daniels got the promotion to 6, and then Brooke Fletcher came in to keep at 7. So we took the gloves off De Villiers. And we then batted first in this one. We got 345 for 6 from our 50 overs. Curtin got a nice 100. Lawrence, Wellington got half centuries. Fletcher again finished as a not-out batsman on 29. Gibson Flair got 9. De Villiers just missed out on a half century. He got 43 off 18, got us off to a really good start. But yeah, they just really struggled to take wickets. We contributed greatly with the runs, and I thought it was a really positive batting performance. Bowled them all out for 198 and 42 overs. Joseph was the best of the bowlers. He picked up 5 for 43 from his 10 overs. Lawrence picked up 2 for 48, and Flair and Haynes picked up 1 each, which was a really good bowling performance. There was a run out as well. Really happy with how we went. And then in the third one-day international, we won by 59 runs, batted first. Not as comfortable a batting innings this time around. We were 8 for 189, so we got close to 100 runs through Corey and Haynes towards the back end of the innings. Lawrence did get a half century towards the top end of the innings, but our batting lineup just really struggled, as we just could not get anything going. But thankfully, our tail wagged massively. And then with the ball, we bowled them all out for 227. Lawrence picked up 3 for 45 in a player of the match performance. Corey also picked up 3 for 38 in, he's been very consistent over all formats of Corey. And then with the 120 over match that we played, we bowled them all out for 62. And the only T20 over that match that we played, Corey picked up 3 for 18, Joseph 3 for 17 from 3 overs, and Lawrence picked up 1 for 4 from 2 balls. He actually got out Digweed, who has been a part of the Mosswood Academy in the past. I don't think he actually played any games for us, if I'm not mistaken. No, he did play some games for us. Played some 2020 matches, and it actually was not too bad. So I'm a little bit surprised he's not in the test team, but he does have a good 20 over record. Has a very good first class record, so we'll expect to see a bit more from him in the future. But yeah, very positive bowling performance. We just kept the runs down, did a really good job. And that obviously brings us to today. But we'll have a quick look at some of the domestic form that we've been a part of. We've played two first class matches. We lost 1 and we won 1, which was a little bit interesting. But then we went on and won the One Day Cup, which is crucial because we didn't win it last year, if I remember correctly. So we absolutely swept it. We played pretty close to a full strength team. We did make a few changes here and there, but we got through fairly comfortably. We won all our games, and we retained the prize money, which means we'll be able to afford some more players next season, which is crucial. But we'll have a look at the team details. We're using the same basic lineup that we have for this entire season. But if we look, there's a few players I want to highlight. First is Lawrence. He's had a very good run of form with the bat and with ball in the past couple of games. He's now averaging 18 with the ball at first class level. He got a 10 wicket haul in one of those matches. He's been very good for us, averaging 94 with the bat at first class level, although it's only 6 games, and the first class level in South Africa is not exactly 5-star, but it's at the international stage where he has been dominant. He's still batting at 6 in the test matches, but we're batting him in the top 4 in the limited over stuff, as Graham Smith Jr. has come out of those lineups. We did bat Graham Smith Jr. for a little bit during these limited domestic stuff that we've been playing, and he's not been fantastic. So he really struggled a little bit, which was a bit of a shame. I was hoping to get some good form into him, but he's going to retain his place in the test team for now. But another player I wanted to look at was Joseph. He has been incredible. Not so much in the first class stuff, he wasn't very good. He did a really good job of keeping the runs down, but didn't really take enough wickets in the one match he played. But in the one-day stuff, he was phenomenal. 17 wickets at an average of 16. Economy, 3.45 runs per over. That's really, really strong. And then at 20 over cricket, which admittedly was in facing Division 2 sides, 17 wickets at a bowling average of 5, with best bowling of 5 for 7. So really, really strong bowling performance there. But yeah, very excited for what kind of bowler he's going to be in the future for us. He's only 19. He's going to have a strong career. Potentially the best bowler I have ever used on Cricket Captain. That's the kind of future I see for him. But it'll be back to him to make that happen. But I want to have a quick look at the domestic tables. We'll have a quick scout of the first class performances for our guys. We took over one first class match, and then they had the one day stuff. So actually, we'll just look at the one first class match that we played. That'll be a lot easier to check everything out. But we played this one. We played Western Province. Lawrence picked up 568, was really, really good. We'll have a look at our batting lineup in a second so you can see everybody else that played. We played Joseph, Flair, Akori, and Aitken as our main bowlers, and they, for the most part, were pretty good. I mean, Lawrence obviously took 5. I just kept him on for a long period of time. He was taking wickets and doing a really good job. But we batted really well. Kurtzen got a nice 100. He was phenomenal in the domestic stuff. Got a whole bunch of hundreds. Rarely failed with the bat, and so he's in terrific form at the moment. I didn't realize this until a couple of videos ago. He's 29 because he started quite old. I reckon he was 22 when he made his debut. So he's coming towards the end of his career now. He's technically right in the prime of his career, but he is coming towards the end, so we've got to keep an eye on him in that respect. But Kurtz and Lawrence got hundreds. Smith Jr., Sibona Kaliso was really, really good in the first class and one-day stuff. He averaged 54 with the bat in the one-day stuff, so he might be up for a one-day position at some point in the future at international level. Should one of our guys slip up. Fletcher was good. Domestic stuff, he was okay. First class, he wasn't great with the bat, and he only had the one T20 innings domestically. But was really good with the gloves. The gloves got 16 catches in the one-day stuff, 4 stumpings, and was really, really good. So he's a really good keeper. So that'll be good to see. And then Willoughby, who is a player that we've had around for a little while, he's been really good at first-class level and one-day level. He's still probably got an extra gear to go at 20-over level, but he's sort of our reserve opener should De Villiers or Ferguson get injured. So we're going to keep him around for the foreseeable future. We then bowled them all out again for 307. This time Akori was in the wickets. Joseph didn't bowl particularly well. I mean, it was very economical, but just couldn't take any wickets, unfortunately. But Akori was good. He took a 7 for in the final of the one-day match. So I was pretty happy with that. Took a 7 for 23. But that will probably do us for now. We've got the test series up against England. We've got the 3 tests at home. So this is the lineup we're going to be going with for now. Wellington was averaging close to 61 towards the end of the last season. He only averaged 46 in test matches last year. But in 3 innings, he's already got 200s and a 50. He's had a really good start to the test year this year. So... but if there was someone to drop out, it would probably be Graham Smith Jr. I don't plan on dropping him because he's got a phenomenal record. But if one was to go, he would be the one if I wanted to bring a Sibona Kaliso in, for example. But I don't foresee that happening. Fletcher, I want to give a bit more time to. Joseph, I obviously want to give a bit more time to. I've brought in, who didn't play? It was Jones in for Haynes. I just think Jones has the better test record, even though he's in a little bit worse form. He's got the better test record, so he's going to come in, and he's actually going to be the first of our players to reach 50 test matches played by the end of this series, assuming he plays all 3 tests. So that will be exciting. I don't think he's going to get to 200 wickets by the end of the season. He's already on 180, so he'd have to take 20 wickets across 3 tests. I just don't think it's likely, but we'll see what happens. But yes, we're in a very strong position with the players that we've recruited and signed and developed as part of the Mosswood Academy. But we've got to continue. We've got to win the World Cup. And then we'll probably have a bit more of a bigger international season next year, because we'll have the World Test Championship next season. I believe the final of that will be for next season. And then obviously the One Day Championship will start again next season, where we've absolutely creamed it. I don't know if the World Cup counts towards all these, but even if we lost all of our games at the World Cup, we would still win this, just with how dominant we've been. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching up until this point. Leave a like and subscribe if you have enjoyed. Leave your predictions down below for the World Cup. We're going to come back once the World Cup's been completed, so that'll be at the end of the season, and then in the next video we'll have a look at our international fixtures for the next season, and we'll play a few of them as well. So until next time, guys, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you guys then. Bye!